It's summer, so I think we deserve a new intro. Cue the song! Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer. Welcome to an in-depth special PickACard reading on the topic of the intimate inner world of your person. So this can be a reading that applies to an individual you're already trying to get to know, you're already in love with, and you can use this reading for more clarity regarding who is your person really deep down at their core. For others of you, you can use this reading if you're single and ready to mingle. You can actually get some inspiration as to the many different layers of the person that you are looking to manifest next. So I would recommend using this reading in combination with my love series, Thank You Next. Feel free to apply whatever messages I am able to bring forth for you from the ether in this reading today to your specific love and romantic circumstances. I am just your humble guide, but you are the powerful creator in your life. Now, why is this reading called The Intimate Inner World of Your Partner? It's because I was thinking about how little we actually know the people that we tend to fall in love with. Most of the times we assume things about them, we project things on them, we idealize them. And after the initial flurry of meeting somebody, we tend to gloss over the difficult process of truly getting to know who they really are, unless we actually end up in a 10-year or 20-year-old long connection with them. So I wanted to give you an advance. I wanted to give you a heads up as to who this person is deep down at their core. And I'm going to unpeel the many different layers, particularly of their psychology, of their core intimate things that potentially they might not even be aware of, things that they could do or feel and say that they might try to keep it as a secret from other people. So I have here for each of these groups, the first layer will be looking at the core tarot energy in their life. What kind of energy is guiding their destiny? Following that, I'm going to be exploring your person's energy. What aura did they exude? What kind of magnetism did they have? What attracted you to them in the first place? How are they as an individual? At a surface level. Then I'm going to dive deep and I'm going to explore this person's dream-like environment. What are their deep desires, but also what could their worries be? You know, what could their archetypal processes be? After that, I'm going to explore your person's feminine energy and masculine energy, their anima and their animus, and what bridges these two things together. What can they do to bring more harmony in the way in which they balance these energies that exist within all of us, irrespective of our biological gender. We all have within ourselves a feminine side and a masculine side. And then lastly, I'm going to be looking at your person's deep fears and self-sabotaging patterns, the shadow aspect of this person, so that by the end of this reading, you can get an arcane view of who this person really is and what drives them at a purely intuitive, instinctive, and often unconscious level. I think that this will be a really juicy reading. I would like you guys to cozy up with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, spend some time truly listening to the messages of this reading because it will take a while. It is an in-depth reading. I'm not going to focus too much on the tarot cards. I have a predominance of oracle cards here, which have been already pre-selected so that we can just dive straight into the messages. If you're curious about these decks and would like to purchase them for yourself, I always link them down below, and I have an Amazon affiliate link which you can click, and every time when you click I also earn a small commission, so it's a win-win for everyone. You get the deck, I also get a bit of support for this channel. I do want to thank all of my wonderful supporters, my beautiful loyal crew members who have gifted this channel a tarot or an oracle deck. I can then use them to create these beautiful readings for you, so I'm deeply grateful and I'm incredibly happy for your support. Now, this being said, let me show you the crystal options that I have for each of these piles. So for group 1, I have here the stone of emotional safety, the stone of committed love, Rhodonite. You can see it is pink with some brown speckles. Now for group 2, I have here a beautiful stone of warding off evil energies and healing. This is Serpentine. It's light green with some black spots in it. For group 3, I have here a crystal that helps in purifying and eliminating toxins from around you. This is Aragonite, and it has this gorgeous cross-like energy. And then we have here for group 4, this is the stone that protects you the best. It is obsidian, a stone that is created from dried up lava. Okay, so take a moment now to truly tap into the energies of each of these crystals. You may choose more than one if there are more than one person on your mind. Lucky you. And if you have made a choice, then I'm not going to keep you too long in this introduction. It's really important though that you have a listen to this introduction, because I don't need to repeat at each group the many different layers that I'll be looking into. This is because I want to ensure efficiency when I communicate these messages to you guys, and I know your time is precious. I don't mean to bore you. So if you've made a decision, I'm super excited about conveying the messages to you at your specific pile. I'm sending you lots of light. Hey group 1, hey guys, I'm so happy to have you here, my beautiful Rhodonite crew. So this is for those of you that were drawn to this Rhodonite heart, the stone of emotional stability, romantic safety. So let's find out the many different layers of the person on your mind, either the person that you are already in some sort of romantic entanglement. I wanted to say involvement and romantic at the same time. Or the person that, if you're single, you're looking to manifest. So let's see the many different layers of this person, their intimate inner landscape. We have here, first of all, the core energy that is guiding their life, their destined path, and it is represented by the angel of temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. This individual has a very bright, beautiful, wealthy destiny. This is a person that is on the path of growth. Whether they like it or not, they will constantly need to extract wisdom from life's lessons. This is a person that has a little bit of a cat with 9 lives kind of energy. Sorry, I had to expel some air. So yeah, I feel that their whole life path is linked with somehow letting go of pain. Karma shedding. Karma shedding comes to mind when I think of your individual. This is a person that many different times will need to find a way to rise above petty circumstances, petty people, difficult, potentially draining or negative life experiences. You see here the eagle, and this is the energy of somebody that kind of rises above a thorny situation and can see the big picture. This is an individual that might have a rags to riches kind of story. Maybe a person that grew up in a very poor neighborhood, a bad environment, and towards the middle of their life, they're already acquiring a lot of wealth, expanding their social network, and also growing on a spiritual level. This is a person that many times will come across or be confronted with the law of attraction, the law of prosperity, and the law of serendipity. So they're going to have to understand how energy works and how by giving and receiving energy, they are able to truly create a life that gives them all the material pleasures they need, all the material tools they need to keep learning and keep growing. So this is an individual that has a teacher-like mentality, but it's only because in the first part of their life, they are a student at life. So maybe if you meet this individual when they are in their 20s, they might be a little bit wet behind the ears. They might be a little bit prone to making mistakes, and they could suffer from an experience. But the older they grow, the better they become. And I don't know why I tripped over my words. It is Mercury retrograde under the energy of the balsamic moon, so it's a pretty low kind of energy this weekend when I'm filming this reading. But it's also a calming energy, a healing energy. So this is why I thought that creating this reading today will be so appropriate. So I see very clearly here that your person is protected. They get out of trouble as easily as they get into it. They are an individual that constantly wants to grow, constantly wants to expand. If you meet them at 25, you will be surprised how much they have evolved by the time they are 27. And also, they will grow into the many different layers of their personality each decade of their life. So this is an individual that could easily start a business, close a business, start a relationship, get out of a relationship, get married, get divorced, live in a country, then relocate to another country. It's because their life is a lot about growing and learning and coming into contact with a variety of different people. And by having many different experiences, this person, towards the end of their life, they're going to be a wonderful mentor and teacher. Okay, so this is the initial energy. Let's see right now what is, so that is more like their destined overall life energy. Let's see right now what their energy at the moment is. What were you attracted to in this individual? So we have here balance. I'm getting some Libra energy. We have here harmony. Beautiful. And we also have here water, creation. So I think that pulled you in the most is the fact that this individual is a very measured, tempered, controlled person. They are not controlled to the point that they stifle any opportunity to be exuberant or spontaneous in their life. No, but this is an individual that potentially understands the values of delayed gratification. So this is a person that potentially spends a lot of time taking care of the elderly. Their parents could be actually older, or they might have given birth to your person at an older part of their life. This person can also be surrounded by a lot of older people that are very wise, so they're learning a lot from the people in their environment. I'm hearing for some of you, this person could study the discipline of gerontology. They could be working as a medic, or they could be conducting research in the field of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, or diseases related to just the simple act of growing old. There is an energy here that the grandmother in this person's life has been really significant in their development. They could be strongly connected to their grandmother. They might prefer their grandmother to their actual mother. And I also feel that they are a person that, for example, does not exaggerate. This is not an individual that goes over the top. In spite of the fact that we have the Angel of Temperance here, which rules Sagittarius, we all know that Sagittarians can exaggerate oftentimes. But I feel that this energy is tempered. So your person could have in their astrological birth chart some sort of Saturn conjunct Jupiter energy, or there is something that tempers them down, potentially a moon in Sagittarius tempered by Venus or tempered by Mercury. There is an energy here that this individual can switch very easily between a grandiose mindset to something much more restrictive and limited that ends up actually working in their favor. This is a disciplined individual, not in that kind of strict, oh my God, I need to be the best, I need to do everything. This is an individual that understands that being disciplined also contributes towards being self-accepting and loving yourself and truly honoring your duties and responsibilities. So this is a person that gets up in the morning, has some sort of really good, healthy daily routine, might have some sort of spiritual routine as well. This person is able to balance the material with the spiritual. This person is able to balance their love life with their work environment. This is not a person that easily gets overwhelmed or shocked. And this is also not an individual that really likes change, which I think can conflict sometimes with their destined path, which is a lot about growth and learning and developing. But what I see here is that this individual brings an air of stability in any changes that come about in their life. This person is also highly intelligent because we see a lot of birds here. So I feel that this person is able to combine the world of the higher mind, the sky, air energy, with the wisdom of the heart. We see here a lot of older people that are in some sort of balanced prayer position. So this person is equally compassionate and in tune with their heart, but also mentally active, curious, and always wanting to absorb more knowledge. So it's not a case that this person is just an individual that likes to acquire a lot of facts but has no heart wisdom. No, I feel that this person is very balanced, very tempered, and is able to have controlled and measured reactions to whatever spontaneous changes life throws at them. And even when they make a change, even when they decide to leave a connection for another relationship, drop a job for a new job, there is a sense of, I'm doing this for my growth. I'm doing this because I feel that I'm ready for the next level. I've outgrown my circumstances. It's not a case of, I need to leave this because of fear or because you know, I'm being pushed or I'm traumatized by the situation. I actually feel that this is an individual that doesn't require so much healing in their life, but they can bring a very healing influence and energy into the lives of the people that they relate to. And this could be one of the reasons why you're so drawn towards them, because they bring you a lot of comfort. You were attracted to rhodonite, which is the stone of this romantic commitment, emotional safety. Basically, this person has the overall energy of a maternal figure in your life. Somebody that can feed you, somebody that makes you feel safe, somebody that makes you feel relaxed, somebody that might even remind you of a mother figure, a grandmother, or some sort of spiritual mentor that you tend to turn to when life becomes a bit of an overwhelming roller coaster. And this is the same energy that your person will bring into your life or has already brought into your life. So I hope you guys can see me. It's a little bit overcast here. We're having quite a lot of storms right now with the dark moon in Taurus conjunct the god of thunder, Uranus. But I might apply a filter to this PickACard reading. Let's see right now. We're diving into the next layer of this person. So once we looked at their destined energy, and once we looked at their overall first-hand energy, the first kind of layer that you see when you meet them, we're now going to explore their unconscious self. And I have 3 cards here to show me that. So wow, we have the forest. Oof, beautiful. So this person has a very rich imagination. No wonder that they are so stable on the outside, because their inner world is populated with so many ideas, so many colors, memories, impressions, fantasies. This person is a bit of a daydreamer. This person is a big picture person. I think that they like to think of utopias, they like to imagine new worlds. They could spend hours just staring at the ceiling and envisioning all sorts of beautiful things, creating a book, a painting, a computer game in their mind. And people around them would say, don't you get bored? Don't you feel like you need some sort of social distraction? And they would say, no, I actually really enjoy my own company. So this is the quintessential core energy of the creative introvert. This is a person that really likes their alone time, really likes being in some sort of safe environment where they can spend the majority of their time focusing on what can I create now? What can I invent now? What can I learn now? How can I expand? How can I grow? What new skill should I improve or maybe start up with? This is also an individual that has many different talents, artistic or technical talents. This person has a bit of everything, and all they need to do is just apply themselves, use this beautiful discipline and this beautiful controlled approach, to the way in which they understand reality, to just work every day at bringing a dream into reality. This person has everything that they need to bring a dream into reality. And we see that with so many birds here. This is not only representative of the energy of air and high intelligence, but this also speaks to me of a very strong connection with spirit. This person is deeply spiritual. They might not tell you, you might not know about the fact that this person prays from time to time. And this person has beautiful conversations with their spirit guides and their angels. This is also an individual that receives this inspired ideas seemingly out of nowhere, but they do come from the divine and from the faith that this individual puts into the world. They're also incredibly stable. So this is not an individual that is emotionally explosive. This is not a person that is volatile. Indeed, life might put them into changing circumstances, maybe due to an economic and societal change or some sort of like natural disaster. Maybe they might need to move their house someplace safer, but they carry this peaceful, inspired, full of faith and optimism energy. They bring this into any situation. So this is a person that, if you go through something quite harsh in your life, will help you to pick yourself up by the bootstraps. Now let's see the next one. Yes, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. From time to time, this person could be overwhelmed by negative energies. I think that they are an empath. I think that with Scorpio energy here, this is a highly sensitive individual, deeply emotional, but they might not show this to other people. I think that this person shows a very polite, educated, well-mannered, friendly kind of side, although from time to time they could be a little bit of a worrywart. So they might be overwhelmed by sudden fears, crippling worries and anxieties that the things that they're trying to manifest in the world might not have a solid ground on which they can be built. If society is changing and crumbling and there are so many choices and, decisions that need to be made very quickly, then how can I bring my dream into reality when reality feels like it's constantly shifting? These could be some of the worries that this person has on their mind. But as I said at the beginning, this person might have been born with a lot of messy, negative energies around them, but they are meant to release and shed this karma. We have here a full moon in Scorpio. So this is about releasing, cleansing, celebrating, letting go, poofing away, It's not about planting new seeds. It's not a new moon. It's not a half-quarter moon. It's a full moon. Things have reached full completion. Closure is necessary. This person might actually have a south node in Scorpio in their chart, or a south node conjunct Pluto, which means that they need to learn how to release negativity, trauma, a darker mindset. They need to come out of the dark night of the soul into which they were born, and to gradually grow towards the light, like a sunflower reaching up towards the sun. So this is what their richly dark, intimate fantasy world is about. I also see here that this person has some pretty steamy, intimate, sexual dreams as well. With Scorpio in the forest, rich sexual fantasies. This person could imagine themselves in a variety of different scenarios with the person that they desire. They could have really lusty, deeply erotic, kind of energy. They could easily get turned on. I don't think this person has a problem performing sexually or coming up with ideas as to what they would like to do in privacy with their partner. This person has a very rich sexual imagination as well. This might be an individual as well that could potentially have Neptune in Scorpio. Now, or Pluto in Scorpio. With the forest here, this also speaks about Pluto or Saturn in Scorpio as well. And then we have here number 22, colors and numbers. Again, so I'm kind of picking up on that Sagittarian vibration of optimism, growth, and just being messy with colors, you know, kind of like a color run or a Holi, right? The festival of light and colors. So we have here number 22. This is the Grandmaster number of things are going according to plan as you cooperate and collaborate with other people. So I can see that this person has a wide circle of friends. I feel that when they will come into your life, or if they are already in your life, they will really expand your social network. This is an individual that constantly is thinking about how to connect with other people. In their dreams, they could have a lot of surrealist dreams. Clocks could be melting, balloons could be popping, they could be on some sort of hot air balloon rides over really interesting environments. Almost like in a Salvador Dali painting, like a Leonora Carrington painting, a Max Ernst painting. Anything that has to do with surrealism or magic realism truly tickles this person's fancy. Their dreams are very cinematic and they're very original and creative. They're also colorful. This person dreams in deep colors, deep hues. They can sometimes have dreams that look like a first-person adventure game. If you think of a computer game, it's a person that walks in a new environment and discovers all sorts of different things, puts two and two together, like a discovery clue game as well, in order to solve a mystery. So I see very clearly that this person has very rich sexual fantasies, a world that is populated with a lot of constructive, creative, fertile ideas, but also they can turn a little bit whimsy. Yeah, this person, their inner landscape, their inner psychology is a lot like Alice in Wonderland, you know, things being topsy-turvy, big things being little, little things being small, little things being big, cats speaking, red queens made out of cards or papier-mâché, throwing arrows or hunting you down. There are some really colorful dreams that this individual has. I think that this individual really enjoys as well, like watching cartoons or fantasy adventure games. They might enjoy board games. They could actually play a lot of computer games. There is a feeling here of an individual that has a very rich imagination, and this really keeps them entertained. I have the feeling that this person on your mind never gets bored. Speaking of which, let's see right now the third layer of their personality. We have here your person's feminine energy. So, she who waits, Manara, wow. And the keywords are patience, waiting, and determination. Wow. So as you can see, this is an individual that out of the darkness comes up with a brilliant idea that actually gets them into a much, much better life circumstance. She who waits, this is a very patient person. I feel that they might have grown up with a mother that could have been quite endearing, quite receptive, quite silent, undemonstrative, minding her own business, maybe quite a traditional mother with a very traditional understanding of femininity, a woman that, you know, was mostly seen but not heard, you know, a person that was not really expressing her opinions very strongly but was very beautiful and receptive and to a certain extent quite obedient to the people in her life. And your person internalized this this feminine energy, and even if they are a masculine, they have this very patient, feminine, receptive kind of vibration that they ooze in their personal, private situations. So this is a patient person. This is a person that understands the value of waiting for those things that you are putting a lot of effort in, because they will bear fruits one day. And it's good not to spoil things. It's good not to rush things, but to allow things to follow their course organically. I feel that this individual, because they're so balanced and so tempered, they might have actually pissed off a couple of people due to the sheer force of how peaceful they are on the inside, of how happy they are just being who they are and not needing to stir the boat or rock the situation, just accepting themselves for who they really are. Now, their masculine energy, whoa, so this is a really wonderful pairing here. We have Thor, action, and Thor, again, is usually associated with Jupiter, associated with Thursday, the day that is ruled by Jupiter. So this is a very lucky individual. Again, I'm being drawn to the first card that started the reading, the Temperance card. So your person could be a Sagittarius. They could be a really lucky mofo. This is a person that has a very sweet connection between their feminine side. They can be patient, but they also know when to take action, their masculine energy. So they can be quite brave, but they can also be laid back and chilled. They can patiently work towards achieving their goals and truly party and reap the rewards of all of their hard work once that goal was achieved. Yeah, so this can be an individual who, for example, can spend 6 to 7 years training to become a doctor, and then once they graduate, they become a very successful person, so on and so forth. They could do the same in the field of law, in the field of justice. I feel that this person is drawn towards traditional professions, professions that can give them prestige and that put them in a very beautiful public role. I feel that this person likes to be surrounded by individuals that truly stoke up their fire, because this is how this individual balances their feminine with their masculine side, by bringing in a lot of passion into whatever it is that they're doing. I feel that this could be the case of a person that has in their natal chart a Venus conjunct Mars kind of energy. So an individual that has a Venus and Mars sign in the same sign. Venus in Virgo, Mars in Virgo. Venus in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn. Venus in Sagittarius, Mars in Sagittarius. So this means that they are highly magnetic and they appeal to people of both of their same sex and the opposite sex. So they are able to magnetize a lot of romantic and sexual attraction from a variety of different people. This person might also be bisexual in certain cases as well, yeah? So I have a feeling that I don't need to talk too much about this person's masculine and feminine energy. It's really balanced. So we see the theme of being balanced, being somehow having their energy very beautifully harmonized within themselves. And I think that this is why this person is feeling so blessed and so protected, and so they can easily manifest new things in their life because of the fact that they are very at peace with who they are and the gifts and the problems that they were blessed with. So the issues, the less savory parts of their personality. Speaking of which, let's get into the final and fourth layer. Let's see, what is this person's fear and self-sabotaging pattern? So, revenge. Ho ho ho. Okay, so they're balanced until they aren't anymore. There is a feeling here that this person could feel quite righteous. And I think that if they have problems, or if they encounter individuals that challenge them, that compete with them, that try to take things away from them, they could prefer to take justice into their own hands rather than to wait for the divine to sort out that karmic process. So this person could sometimes dish out some pain towards the people in their life. And I think that it's because they might be acting on this negativity that they have yet to release. I also feel that this person, because I felt my mouth watering, I feel like this individual could have certain lusty appetites that they act upon and then they end up regretting them. And oftentimes they could project in the personal connection that they have with their romantic partners. They could project feelings of jealousy because they might be the ones that are trying to cheat on their partner. Yeah, you know how a person can sometimes be out of the blue jealous and you're wondering what is happening. I'm not cheating on anyone. Why are you acting so jealous? Well, it's because they're feeling guilty because they would like to be sexually with somebody else, but instead of admitting the truth to themselves, what do? They project that drama onto you or onto the person that they are connected to. So this person needs to truly work at understanding their sexual desires, and they might have a little bit of a commitment problem. They could be a bit of a commitment phobe in their romantic connections. However, I also see here with honoring your energy, and wow, the Death card. So again, Scorpio energy. Scorpio and Sagittarius seems to be the core energy of this individual you are here about. So I feel that this person is able to transform whatever difficult circumstances that they might find themselves in. They're able to transform it into something quite wise, something quite positive, something quite sweet. So although the stinger of revenge can appear in their life, because I think that this person, being as balanced and as successful as they are, they can attract a lot of envy from other people. People might want to steal from them. People might want to catch them in compromising situations to manipulate them. And I think that this person sometimes just has had it, you know, and it's like, I'm going to want to enact some revenge on the people around me that try to bring me down, that try to needlessly compete with me when there is no competition. Well, I think those are the moments when this person has a wonderful opportunity to evolve, to let go of those individuals rather than engage in these kind of battles for toxicity and negativity. The best thing to do is to let those people go, to remove from their energy. The best revenge is a life well lived. It's not retaliating and creating more karma in your life. And this is what this individual is learning in this reality, how to grow and to keep on the path of steady growth without allowing external circumstances to rattle your beanstalk. Yeah. So from time to time, this individual hides the fact that they have really intense feelings of hatred towards the people that challenge them, towards the people that are trying to block their growth and their development. This person can also be low-key greedy. They might have certain desires to just have a lot and grow a lot and acquire a lot of wealth. But oftentimes, these aspects are cut short by the intervenence or the intervening energy of the Angel of Temperance, which puts them on their destined path with a lot of wisdom and a lot of, I feel here, benevolence, you know. Benevolence intervenes on behalf of this individual because they are so protected by good spirits to help cleanse them of any vengeful tactics or vengeful feelings. So this person is an individual that will constantly come across the intensity of their feelings. And then as they become aware of the fact that, wow, I had this vengeful tendency, how silly it is to focus on that. Let's just let it go and move on with something more creative, something more imaginative, because time is ticking and I've got so much to build in my world. So this is your person. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Please make sure to like this video. If you haven't enjoyed it, dislike it as well. Please remember to subscribe. If you're just here on the outside looking in, come on, join this wonderful collective that we're creating here. There's so much light and love on the Spiritual Social, and I want you to partake. And yeah, if this is where we part ways, then I truly hope I can see you in my next reading. I'm sending you lots of light. Hey crew, hey beautiful group 2. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Serpentine crystal, a deeply healing stone, a stone that can help you break curses, remove toxicity from your life, and it can also ease your healing process. So if you're wounded in any way, physically, emotionally, mentally, this stone can actually speed up the healing process. It can help you shed skin, shed negativity, and also if you're currently hexed or under attacks, serpentine is an excellent crystal to have around you during difficult times when you're trying to overcome a lot of negative energy that is being sent your way from other people. I also feel that the person you are here inquiring about is an individual that is quintessential in your healing and spiritual growth process. So this is a special in-depth reading on the intimate inner life of your partner. This can be either a person that you're already in a romantic connection with, or if you're single, this can serve as inspiration, as a draft reading for the person you are looking to manifest next. I hope you haven't skipped over the introduction because I explained the many different layers and how this reading works. I'm just going to dive straight into the reading because I don't want to make it too long, even though this is quite a longish kind of reading. So let's begin first with the core major arcana tarot energy of your person. What is their destined path meant to be? Whoa. We had some death energy in group 2, which tells me that you guys might have listened to, group 1, not group 2, which tells me that you guys might have listened to both group 1 and you're here at group 2. Scorpio energy. One chapter is closing, another chapter is beginning. This talks about breaking out, breaking free from the chains of karma, from psychological and emotional conditioning that was enslaving the soul of the person on your mind. This is an individual that has internal resources of strength that are unparalleled to other people. This is a person that if you pick them up from their normal environment and drop them into one of the most violent neighborhoods in the world, they will find a way to save everyone around them, save themselves, and also start a business and help the people in that region deal with conflicts and poverty and violence and abuse. This is a person that is not only able to save their own lives, but they are so strong that they save the lives of people around them. They could be, for example, a person which in the higher vibration of this energy could train to become a surgeon, could be one of those people that drive ambulances in situations of conflict. They could be some sort of wartime aid worker. They are an individual that quickly swoops into a dangerous or potentially hazardous situation, and they extract people from there. They are also people that by doing this, they're clearing their soul of all the negative karma that they have incurred from past life and their past life actions, where potentially they might have been the ones that destroyed. So if this person's soul was the destroyer in a past life, was engaged in crime and violence and torture, then in this lifetime, this person has reincarnated to do exactly the opposite. Heal other people, treat them, rescue them, save them. This is a very knight in shining armor kind of energy if you happen to be romantically involved with this individual. They will truly make your dreams come true, but also you need to buckle up for the experience of being loved by a really intense individual and everything that comes with that intense mind, body, and soul spiritual connection that will exist between the two of you or already exists. So yeah, an individual that will be confronted many times with life and death decisions, with very extreme circumstances, but a person that has all the strength to truly live up to this destiny. This can be a person that has a north node in Scorpio, a north node conjunct Pluto. This can be a person that might even have a north node conjunct Saturn. A person that might need to first destroy the foundations of the life into which they were born in order to create something much more positive, healing, and beneficial for everyone around them. Okay, now let's get into, once we looked at the destined energy in their life, let's look at their current energy, the surface level energy that you might have been drawn towards them when you first met them, or the energy that you're about to be drawn towards when you will meet them if you're looking to manifest them. So what do we have here? The inner voice, the inner look. This basically talks about intuition. So a highly intuitive person, a person that might need a lot of solitude in order to tap into the wellspring of their resources. This is a person that could sit in a chair and chain smoke for hours, thinking about all the many different details of their life, or thinking about the decision that they need to make. And I'm only using chain smoking as some sort of like cliche image of a person that does a lot of intense philosophical thinking. But this person could, for example, also enjoy a nice beverage or something less toxic than just chain smoking. There is a feeling here, though, that this person truly needs to float, needs to be in this environment where the circumstances in their life need to fall quiet just for a specific number of days as they are processing a major transformation or a major decision in their life. By the way, if you hear something in the background, it's my cat Luna deciding to eat carton during the reading, which might actually tell me that this person could, first of all, it fits very well with the theme of destruction because she's destroying a carton box. So similar to this individual, they might need to destroy certain things in their life to put an end to certain enmeshed psychological circumstances into which they were born. Let's say, for example, they were born in a very wealthy family, but nobody in that family loves each other. They're all gossiping or mocking each other or being very toxic with one another. Well, this person needs to leave that family. They need to somehow close the karma with their parents in order to be able to create their own family. And they will do it in a very drastic and different way than the family into which they were born. Or the wealth of that family comes from enslavement, you know, slave trading. Maybe it's money that was taken from other people because their ancestors conquered and stole the resources of the native populations there. So it's money that is spiritually dirty, money that has come at a very great cost to spirituality and to the souls of the people that initially had those resources. And this person was born into such circumstances to cleanse them, to wipe them, to conclude them, to bury the dead, literally and figuratively. This person might also have suffered some loss in their life. Maybe a lot of their family members by the time that they reach maturation were dead. So this person might have had to deal with a lot of death and loss and decay in their own life. But this has only made them more inwardly strong and balanced. They have this inner compass, this inner intuition that always whispers to them, this is the next steps that you need to take. Look at this. This is because this person has the kind of outer coating of a very reliable, a very stoic, a very dependable individual. A person that is able to truly give you a very stable kind of energy. I'm really sorry about my cat. It's quite annoying what she's doing. Give me a moment. Maybe I can take her away. Yeah, so sorry about that. The cat is out of the box. So there is a feeling here that even in situations that can be deeply annoying or grating on somebody's nerves, this person proves to be very rock steady. They can actually create stability out of very disparate, fragmented, chaotic, explosive life circumstances. You see how this person can also kind of create a tree out of a rock. So again, this is an individual that sees value where other people see garbage. A person that can, for example, has this kind of inner knowing that if I invest time and energy and effort into repairing the situation, repairing this house, remodeling these objects, healing this person, this thing in time will actually grow to give me the value back. So as I said, this can be a person that might take under their wing the broken, the discarded, the addicted, the vulnerable people, projects, objects, everything in their environment that constitutes the real world. This person has an eye for what needs to be healed, what needs to be repaired. And this is how they create value in their life, by honoring that which other people have discarded, have broken, and might have even destroyed. Now, we also have here patience, the green corn moon. So this person comes across as very reliable, loyal, patient. They are determined. They pursue their goals until the end. And even if people can momentarily set them to the side, like it happened with my cat, they will eventually get back on the right track. This is an individual that opens up opportunities in situations that can seem quite messy, in situations of conflict. For example, they can actually decide, no, we can create something here that can truly bring a state of peace and prosperity, even though external circumstances are unfavorable. This is a person that can, for example, plant a storm in a field that is about to be destroyed by a typhoon, but they have that inner knowing that if I do this, if I do something as risky as what I'm thinking of doing, if I do something that nobody else would do, it will actually be okay. I trust that the seed I'm planting in that field will be protected. And it is. It is, because this person has such an undying belief in themselves, in their skills, in their abilities, and in also the people and projects and objects that they tend to focus on. They tend to grow underneath this person's care. So they have this focus, this determination, and this love, this understanding for whatever it is that they take under their wings to protect and to heal and to grow. And lo and behold, because they have these magical intentions, that person, that project, that house, that business grows even in unfavorable circumstances. So they are quite magical, this individual. They're quite silent and they like a lot of unspoken things. This is an individual that could communicate a lot through their eyes, through their energy. Oftentimes when they don't say a lot, that's when they say the most. Yeah, really, really beautiful energy. Now, let's see right now the next layer of this individual. What are their unconscious desires and worries? So we're diving into their unconscious mind. Let's see. Water. So we're dealing here potentially with a water sign. If not Scorpio, this can be a Pisces or a Cancer. We have here, what is overwhelming you in your waking life? How are you traveling emotionally in life? Are you struggling to reach your goals? So this person could be feeling that like they're always falling behind. They might have dreams where they're sinking, where they are caught at the level, the bottom of the ocean. It's cold, it's dark, and they don't know how to get out of this liquid. This person could oftentimes have dreams where there are great waves that come splashing on top of them. Which talks about the fact that they might repress a lot of their strong feelings throughout the day. This is an individual that feels a lot but controls very steadily whatever it is that they're feeling, so that they can come across as a very self-assured and confident individual, when inside they are actually very sensitive and highly emotional. But because this person is not stupid, they understand that society doesn't value emotions very strongly. They value competence, skills, and intelligence. This person keeps their emotions quite hidden, and they don't tell other people that what actually drives their phenomenal intuition is the fact that they are so sensitive, is the fact that they are so emotional, so in tune with their heart, with their bodies. So this person's best kept secret is their sensitivity, is their capacity to finely tune and pick up on unspoken cues in their environment, because they themselves are quite unspoken and mysterious. What else do we have here? So this is the end of a tough cycle approaches, the full moon in Capricorn. Yeah, so another stoic, disciplined sign, a sign that likes to work towards things, a sign that is ambitious and likes to achieve a lot of material rewards in this incarnation. We have here Capricorn energy ruled by Saturn, the god of karma, limits, and also time. So there is a feeling that this person can only get better with time. Very similar to group one, maybe that's why you're here. There is an energy of an individual that I think that they will achieve the best work and the greatest results in their personal connections towards the later part of their life, maybe even around their second Saturn return, which usually occurs for most individuals in the middle of our 50s, at the age of 55, 56, 57. So there is a feeling that this person is a work of art in development. Yeah, they're a work in progress. If you meet them when they're younger, you haven't seen their full potential. They are very similar to the energy of Timothée Chalamet. If you guys paid attention to the Astro Hunks that I created for him, it's very similar to that kind of energy. quite sweet and charming and charismatic and brave, but has yet to show us the full potential of his artistry and skills, because he's also growing and learning at the moment. Very similar energy to this person that I see here on your mind. It's also a person that unfortunately will need to go through some painful karmic situation in order to extract a lot of mastery and self-control and self-determination to overcome everything against all odds. Yeah, so it's a bit of a badass, a very beautiful person. This person might be drawn towards working in the military, might be drawn towards becoming a coach, a mentor, a psychotherapist, psychiatrist, a person that really enjoys mental effort, physical effort as well, and is dealing with rather tough, complex aspects in life. And this is further emphasized by the bardo. Oh my goodness, the bardo is basically the emblem of the underworld, that liminal space where spirits walk away from matter and matter gets reincarnated. So it's a lot about the energy of the ancestors, the energy of what we lost, what has been taken away from us and stripped it down to the bare bones of a situation, who we are when we have lost everything that we thought we were, who we are when the ego gets completely obliterated by random, unforeseen circumstances in the chaos of life. You see here a pattern that is so powerful: death, loss, destruction, and yet this person remains and thrives and prevails even when life has taken from them over and over again everything that they are trying to build. This person gets back up and rebuilds again. It's a very rocky kind of energy, right? They beat him down, he gets up. They beat him down, he gets up. Yeah, that's the kind of energy. This person is unrelenting. I mean, I wouldn't want this person to have as an enemy, because they will come back and haunt you. Even if they die, they will come back and haunt you. You will not get rid of this individual. They are so, so powerfully determined. This person could also dream a lot about a fantasy partner that could appear in their life to soothe their broken heart, a person that is very sweet and yielding and mermaid-like, a person that can just enter their energy, and through the way that this person speaks and acts and feels and behaves, feels almost like a soothing balm to this person's very difficult life circumstances. Yeah, so I see here that this person is fantasizing about falling in love with somebody that can be like a healer to them. So if you are already linked to this individual romantically, be this healer for them. Be this nurturing, romantic, wonderfully receptive, wonderfully soothing energy for them, because this individual has been through hell and back and has lived to tell the story, and all they want at the end of the day is to have somebody cook a meal for them, kiss them, and like just enjoy hanging out with them, because this individual has seen the rougher sides of life and has actually developed a lot of compassion and patience, and is able to bring a lot of stability into your life, into the lives of everybody that they touch, in spite of the fact that they suffered so much, might have even been traumatized or abused. But this individual found a way to self-heal and adapt to life circumstances, and now they can heal other people too. So this is a really, really beautiful person. I would love to fall in love with a person like this. This is such a proof of maturity and deep inner strength. Okay, now we're moving on to the next layer of their personality. Sorry, I was already taking from group 3's cards. Okay, let's see. We have here the divine masculine, the divine feminine energy, and what links them. So what is your person's divine feminine energy first? We have here she who questions, Amalie. And this is curiosity, destiny, and search. Yes, this is a person that doesn't just take authority as it is. They always question things. I think this was a child when they were a kid that always asked, why does the moon have to stay on the sky? You know, why do people have to follow rules? Why do I need to do my homework? What is homework? So I think that this person is deeply passionate, and from a very young age, they wanted to create the world. They wanted to contribute to the world. They didn't just take things at face value. They always wanted to dive deeper and understand what makes a person tick. Why do these things happen? What processes are happening between individuals that can transform them? I think this person is deeply interested in the act of personal transformation. How can I, instead of just accepting a situation for what it is, how can we turn it towards the better? How can we grow and progress and evolve with it? So this is an individual that does not give up, that always is looking for answers, is always asking a lot of questions, a deeply investigative mindset. And it could be the fact that this person grew up with a mother that was very suspicious, a mother that was always inquisitive, a mother that might have always asked them for the truth, might have always imposed on them to seek the truth, to be honest with themselves and honest with other people, to never lie. So I feel that this individual that you're here for is a person that internalized this deeply suspicious maternal energy and is now seeking for the truth themselves, is now trying to understand the answer to life's biggest question: who we are, why are we here? What is with this cycle of death and rebirth and incarnation? Do we have a higher self? Where do we come from? Why are we here? What are we all collectively working towards? This person, I think, adopts this kind of questioning from a deeply, they are intuitive, but they're also much more inclined to fall for facts and academic research rather than spirituality. But I think that life is pushing them in this direction of adopting more a spiritual approach to the things that are happening in their life. If they truly want to find questions to the biggest problems in life, the biggest themes in life of what it means to be human and why we are here, this person needs to blend scientific facts with beliefs as well. And there is a theme here of Medusa coming up here for some reason. Medusa, who was seen as a monster, but was actually just an abused woman. And she turned into this monster due to society's perceptions of her. So I think that this person as well could be struggling a little bit with the idea of being a monster or being seen as a monster, maybe because they have some sort of physical defect that they are looking to heal, or maybe because they have been made to feel guilty as they were growing up, guilty for who they are, ashamed of what they like and their behavioral patterns. So this person is healing at the moment their inner feminine energy, which I think in some cases can also be an internalized, distorted feminine energy. They're healing that at the moment by doing this deep inner work, by diving into introspection. They could be working together with a therapist or training to become a therapist themselves. Now, what is the divine masculine energy of the person on your mind? Whoa, so we have here Garuda, travel. So this tells me a couple of things, but predominantly what I see here is that your person has a very adventurous masculine side, very brave, very solar, very confident. Your person is much more confident in their masculinity than they are in their femininity. They could need to heal their feminine energy and the way in which they perceive women in their lives because of, I feel there is a connection here with trauma and pain and being misunderstood and being a little bit suspicious of divine feminine energy. But in their divine masculine energy, they always feel like they have brethren. They feel like they have comrades, people that they can rely on. This is an individual that enjoys coming in contact with other cultures, that enjoys traveling, always being active, growing, learning, potentially putting themselves through higher educational courses. This is a person that might like to pick up their bags and leave whenever they are struggling in an intimate connection. So this might be an individual that is kind of difficult to pin down and difficult to tame. This is a very wild masculine energy with Garuda here, an energy of always looking to chase the next thrill, the next goal. And until they manage to reconcile these two sides, it will be very difficult for them to kind of tame this wild wild inner stallion, this wild dragon beast that takes them flying from one relationship to the next, from one connection to the next, because what they actually need to do is sit still and work at healing this distorted feminine energy that they have introjected, and that comes potentially from their connection with their mother. Now, let's see, I pulled another card from the Empath's Oracle to see what can they do to bind these two energies together. Yeah, and what we have here is entanglement. They need to allow themselves to fall in love. They need to truly give themselves to a partner and to truly stay in that intimate connection to see how it unfolds. Because I feel that this person jumps to conclusions. They can meet a person, and then as soon as their inner feminine gets activated, as they start to fall in love, you guys know that when we fall in love, both our inner feminine and inner masculine start to shine. They illuminate, creating this fusion from within us, this kundalini energy, this tantric meeting of the souls that truly allows you to give yourself to another partner. So when we couple with somebody in the external environment, if you want to put it like that, we also accomplish this inner fusion between our inner masculine and inner feminine, if that makes sense. So this person struggles a little bit to feel that their masculine and feminine energy can be blended. They struggle with that, and until they resolve this tension within themselves, they won't be able to give themselves fully into a connection. This person could have, for example, a sun square their moon aspect in their natal chart, which means that they grew up in a family where the mother and the father constantly argued, or the mother wasn't present but the father was present, and they only received a certain set of values from one parent. The other parent might have given them contradictory life advice, so they don't know what to believe. And until they reconcile this mother and father image that is inside of them as well, until they heal their divine masculine that is overactive with their quite silent and pained divine feminine energy, they won't be able to truly allow this entanglement, this beautiful rainbow of energy to be activated in their connection with a significant partner. But I feel that this entanglement is coming and will happen as soon as they meet an individual that is able to bring this watery, emotional, healing energy in their life. So if this is you, the person that kind of gets to heal them, allow yourself to be ultra compassionate, ultra emotional with them. I feel that they will thrive and they will be able to reconcile their feminine and masculine energy with a partner that is sensitive and intuitive and highly emotional. So if that's you, don't hold back. Show this person just how emotional you can be. Now, the final layer of this reading is, how does this person self-sabotage? Well, we already got a glimpse of that, but let's see what the final cards have to say. Masquerade. They self-sabotage by portraying an image of themselves that is not who they really are. So maybe this individual is highly sensitive, but what they show is, I'm rough and tough, and I got my homies, and you know, I'm cool, and I don't care about anybody. But deep down inside, this person is a poet. They are an artist, you know, but they pretend that they're somebody who they're not, or they are a person that is incredibly balanced and very, as we saw it here, very patient. They are very stable and they like to just be in one committed partnership, but they show the world the image of a playboy, you know, I'm just a Casanova, I jump from one flower to the next, when in reality they are looking for a long-term committed partnership. So what they need to do is take off the mask, let go of this fool act that they are performing in front of other people, and truly accept this wonderfully sensitive individual that they are. Now, we also have here Habitum, disguise. So again, this card simply reinforces the masquerade card, yeah? They are in a disguise. They tell you that they are in one way, when in reality, I feel that you can pick up on the fact that they are not who they say that they are. You're picking up on the BS. And you might be mirroring this back to them, which only serves to infuriate them. How can you see through my wonderful disguise when I spend so much time trying to show the world that I'm different than who I really am? the final card that we have here, creativity. Creativity is what will heal this connection. Send each other creative text if you already know this person, or you can already start manifesting this person by creating a collage, making a vision board, going out to events that are creative, you know, some sort of like a theater play or a dance festival, a music festival, some sort of public poetry slam. This person and you will have a lot of creative energy in common. I do feel that this could be a pairing between two water signs like Pisces and Scorpio, Cancer and Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. There is a feeling that you guys are very sensitive, very sweet, very kind-hearted people that have been through a lot of trauma, especially this individual, and you've created this very tough person disguise. But when you two come together, this disguise simply melts, and it allows you guys to see each other for the beautiful, patient, kind-hearted people that you are. So I feel that together you will have a very creative life, a very creative relationship. God bless you. I hope you'll be able to bring into being the family, the kind of creative life that I feel that you both are looking to manifest together. This is the reading that I had for you. I really hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to like it. Make sure to also dislike it if it didn't resonate. Please subscribe and welcome yourself as part of our growing collective family of light. Every time we reach a milestone and we're dangerously close to 44K, I release a giveaway reading. So please help me manifest this for the collective. And if this is where we part ways, then until next time, I hope you take care of yourself, and see you then, group 2. Bye. Hey group 3, I'm so happy to have you here with me today for a special in-depth reading on the topic of your person's inner intimate landscape. I've explained in the introduction what this reading is all about. I'm not going to repeat it here, so make sure that you go back and watch that if you are a little bit confused as to what is happening here. This is for those of you that were drawn to this beautiful Aragonite crystal. This is a wonderfully balancing stone. It helps to put your energy in a state of equilibrium. So if you're feeling overwhelmed in this period, this is a wonderful stone to have around yourself. It is also deeply grounding. So if you feel a little bit lightheaded, if you feel like you're spinning, like things are getting a little bit out of whack, Aragonite can really help you bring everything back to a very stable, centered core kind of energy. Make sure that you carry this around as well to help you cleanse your energy from any negative evil eye or kind of bad perceptions that people could just like transmit towards you in a hypnotic way when you're out and about in society. So it could be that the person that you're here for, just judging by the crystal that you were drawn towards, this person might be a medic, might be studying to become a medic. This can be a healer. This can be somebody that is highly spiritual. An individual that is able to take something and make more of it. Take a negative situation and transform it into something positive. Let's see. First, I'm going to dive into the major arcana, destined energy in your person's life. And then I will explore the second layer, which is the energy that they emanate on a daily basis and what might have attracted you to them. Let's see, the first card. Oh, wow. So we have here none other than the devil. Talk about changing energies and switching from something into something else. So this can be a self-made individual, a person that is incredibly rational and pragmatic, a Capricorn potentially. We have the Saturn card here. A person that is very much about believing in what they can touch and what they can see. This is not at all an individual that likes to escape in flights of fancy, that actually values immaterial things. On the contrary, this is a very pragmatic, business-oriented, money-making kind of individual. I feel that what I said at the beginning intuitively, they take something small and they make a lot of it. This speaks very strongly of a person that has the mind of an architect, of an entrepreneur, a person that cannot be easily fooled or lied to, because they do know a lot of underhanded tactics themselves. This is a person that could actually consider that the end result really justifies the means. They could have a bit of a Machiavellian kind of thinking. And this can be an individual that the moment when you meet them, or if you have met them already, they might have actually, well, basically they're an individual that might have told you that the only thing that matters in life is money. It's quite strange, but I was picking up on this fact. What kind of people are you guys falling in love with here? You know, I don't mean to pass on judgment, but I'm picking up on some pretty dark energies recently in the collective in these PickACard readings. Like a lot of dark individuals that I feel like I'm having to describe in these readings. So be very mindful of who it is that you're considering your boo, because this can be an individual that can have quite a very prominent shadow self. They might not be aware of certain parts of themselves and how these parts of themselves act against them. But this is why you're at the reading here today, to truly understand who this individual is. This can be a person that can also hold a lot of secrets. They might decide to hold information away from you. They might only tell you certain things that you want to hear, and they could keep away information that could work towards your benefit. So be mindful about the way in which you spend time with this individual. You need to handle the devil with a pair of kids' gloves. You need to be very careful around such an individual. But I do think that the higher octave of the devil card speaks about tapping into a reservoir of, it's kind of hard, right, to find a good side to the devil. But if we're thinking about Saturn, the energy that rules the devil, this is a lot about adopting a no BS approach to the interactions that you have with other people, being determined in overcoming certain negative habits, being faced with maybe I'm getting here the energy that you might be in a connection with somebody that is mirroring certain toxic or bad or negative habits back at you, so that you become aware of them and that you finally do something to change them. If you are a person that has been exceedingly towards the material side of life, it's like you have this individual that you're here asking here today about, or you're trying to manifest an individual that is like powerful and financially wealthy, but you need to keep in mind the fact that this person could be spiritually devoid and might actually not have such a kind heart. So be very careful about who you associate with, what you desire to bring into your life, because money does not make a man. In spite of the fact that you think that money could be the end result or like the coronation of everything that you're looking to manifest. And indeed, a certain sum of money does make life more enjoyable, easier to live, but making that your end goal, that you would like to be completely financially supported by a man, could also bring into reality an individual that could take advantage of that power over you. When you are completely financially codependent on an individual, that can actually create a string of abuses that this person, I'm sure that they will not think twice about enacting in the relationship with you. The good side of this is that this can be a person that is very realistic, a person that if you are the kind of escapist, artistic, poetic type, this can be a person that is very much about I'm paying the bills, I'm organizing our schedule. This can also speak about an individual that enjoys control. So that can be the good side of this. This can be quite, you know, a sexy pairing with an individual that is very focused on the carnal aspects of the connection with you, that really enjoys physical pleasure, a person that really works out and likes to look very good, a person that will attract a lot of sexual attention from other people. The devil also speaks about fame and notoriety, somebody that could be very well known. But again, there is a bit of a warning here, a bit of a cautious kind of understatement, is that fame, money, looking good, these might not necessarily be the things that make you truly happy or the things that will truly give you the partner of your dreams. You might fantasize about a person that embodies these aspects, somebody that is famous and wealthy and good looking, but that person might not make you happy, okay? So that's the caution message that this card is coming with. Let's see right now their everyday energy rather than the kind of destined life path. I feel that this person could also have a North Node in Capricorn, North Node conjunct Saturn, and it could be an individual that increasingly they will have to let go of being emotional and sensitive and sweet. They'll have to boss up a little bit and become quite ruthless in the way in which they talk to other people. This is an individual that could also easily burn bridges with other people around them. Now, having said that, let's see right now what is happening here with their current energy. So, yeah, sorry a bit. It's Mercury retrograde on a balsamic moon, so the energy is a little bit strange. But let's see. We have here the departure, the conclusion, the final chapter. Okay. We also have here the hot moon, extremes. Wow, mystery, dark matter. Okay, so what I see here, this person's energy fits so well with the devil, my God. A very hot individual that appeared in your life almost as if out of the blue, a person that is mysterious, that pulled you in, a bit of a bad boy personality. But this could also be a person that became highly attractive to you the moment when they pulled their energy away, the moment when they ignored you, ghosted you, or decided no longer to come into contact with you. So be very mindful about the bonding that this person is creating between you and them, because this can be an individual that can frustrate you in order to keep you paying attention to them. You might be this kind of person that could actually react or become very alive and alert in a romantic connection when there is frustration happening, when there is drama happening. You might be a person that fantasizes about having kind of like a really nice connection with somebody, but if you're honest with yourself, I feel that you will find out that kind of connection kind of makes you feel bored. So you need an individual that is complicated, that is hot, that is keeping you on your toes. And I think this is why you are drawn towards this individual that has the devil as their destined life path. So this is clearly a person that exudes lusty, magnetic, sexual, primal energy. And that is one of the reasons why you are drawn to them. They could look very good. They could, maybe they smell very good. And I'm talking here about their skin, their pheromones, not necessarily about their perfume. They could dress very well. They could have a very kind of posh and wealthy lifestyle that you feel very drawn towards. I do think here that this person does hold a lot of secrets. There is some dark energy around them. They might have needed to make a deal with the devil in order to reach the level of wealth and success that they have managed to achieve in their life. But there is an energy of the fact that you are drawn towards this kind of individuals. So this is really interesting, okay? Keep in mind, there is an energy here of be cautious, be careful what you wish for, but this is the energy that I see here on the table. So this person could actually swoop into your life, make sweet, sweet love to you, and then walk away, pull away. And it's like they hook you through that. There is a bonding energy here that you experience with them. It's kind of like you can't live with them, but you also can't stop thinking about them. It might be a very strong karmic connection with the devil here, and I keep touching my hair and playing with my hair, which is a little bit of a self-soothing aspect. I do this in order to calm down. So there is a feeling here of anxiety as well. This person keeps you on your toes, keeps you a little bit confused. I have to say this can turn very toxic, so be mindful again of this individual. I do feel that what pulled you in towards them, their overall surface level energy, is the fact that they appear to be an open book that closes, shuts up very quickly and then opens up again. They are very hot and they're also mysterious in a very dark, alluring kind of way that keeps you guessing all the time. And maybe you're this kind of person that loves a good mystery. Now let's see what this person's unconscious landscape is like. What are their desires and fears? So we have here, oh, the hunter. I'm gonna say it, okay? This person can have slight predatorial vibes, okay? Maybe you're not aware of this. They might like to hone in on one individual and then just determinedly hone on them, you know, and chase them and talk to them and kind of like low-key groom them until taking them to a point where this person wants that individual to be like. I'm not sure if they're doing this to you, but maybe this reading helps as some sort of compass point that could give you a different perspective. So this is an individual that likes to chase people almost to the point of making them a prey, you know, like they want to have complete control. They want to just be able to shed a light on the person that they're interested in and then close the light as soon as they lose interest and they walk away. With this person, you will need to have a lot of physical, mental stamina to be able to keep up with them. And I don't know, if you're this kind of person that likes to be ultra active and to do a lot for their partner, then you would be well suited with them. But I see that this is a person that will constantly ask a lot from you, give you very little in return, and also make you feel like you're never enough. Like whatever effort you're putting into, it's not enough. And I'm not saying these things to trigger you, okay? I am just potentially making you aware of the fact that you're in a connection with an individual that is quite, it's quite toxic, you know? It might have looked very shiny and beautiful and ultra yummy, but on a soul level, this person is quite empty. There's this darkness there, and the darkness usually comes up when there isn't anything to fill it up with. Let's see. Wow, okay, so we have the eclipse here, the new moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Maybe you're thinking that you can change this individual. Maybe you're thinking that actually, if I'm light enough, empathetic, kind-hearted enough, compassionate enough, I can actually get this person to develop strong feelings for me, and then I will have my perfect partner. They will look good, they will be wealthy, and they will also be super committed to me and adoring me. But you need to also, because this is about their unconscious energy, and you guys could be projecting this energy together, you need to also keep in mind, what does this give you, this kind of energy? Does it give you some sort of measure of control over them? And I'm only saying this again because there is a feeling here that you guys could be each other's karma, and especially this person could be some sort of karmic partner for you. Let's see, let's dive a bit deeper. Spiritual guides. So we have here, how would you like to be more spiritually connected? Do you have any unresolved issues from the past? What magical qualities do you wish to possess? So I think that this person, there is a game of light and dark playing inside of them. They want to be victorious. They want to be the best. They want to be the most well-known. They want to eclipse the competition in their life. They want everybody to bow down to them and nobody to criticize them. So the ego is quite well developed. And of course, with the devil, the ego is like super inflated, right? Almost to the point of hubris. But at the same time, I have a feeling that this person hasn't lost all their angelic support. There is hope for them. They can be saved. If only they stop this kind of, I'm going to be the chaser, I'm going to be the one that wins, I'm going to be the best. If they stop a little bit and drop and roll, you know, like almost when you're doing some sort of fire drill. If they just take into account the need to be humble, the need to also admit to yourself that you don't hold all the answers, that you can't be your bestest, most amazing self all of the time. Most of us are just doing the best that we can with a specific kind of energy as we wake up each day to this reality. So I think that this person might be taught a couple of lessons in humbleness, and this is what this individual is afraid of, is worried about, some sort of like light work, spiritual support from the other side that will teach them lessons in being kind and compassionate, because actually what they really want is world domination, control. They want extreme wealth. They want people to just accept them as their leader. Yeah, I'm getting kind of a dark emperor kind of vibe with this person. Let's see right now the next layer of the situation. So I'm going to be exploring right now this person's feminine energy and then their masculine energy, and what can they do to reconcile the two sides. Yeah, so the feminine energy is a very calming, gorgeous, pure energy. We see here Yena, she who calms, and the keywords are stillness, purity, and quiet. Okay, so the feminine energy is actually your person's saving grace. If only they were able to tap more into their divine feminine energy, into their anima. We all have both sides of them, irrespective of our biological gender. But if only this person would tune into their feminine side, they will actually bring a lot of purity, a lot of love, a lot of compassion into their life and their lives of the people around them. Let's see the masculine energy. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so there is hope for this individual. We have here Bayame, beauty. So Bayame is this Australian native god of the landscape, the natural beauty of the environment, an Aboriginal god, I should be more specific. And it is about fertility. It is about the beauty of things as they are, as they were created. Emerging out of the ether and creating this world that is perfect just as it is. It doesn't need anything extra. It doesn't need to be processed by human beings. It just needs to be enjoyed and made use of, and in the natural rhythms with which it arrived. So I feel that this person has quite a strong feminine energy within themselves, because both their divine masculine and their divine feminine are actually quite pure, quite beautiful, which sits very contradictory or at odds with the devil energy that is their destined path. This person could have a south node in Libra or a south node in Cancer. This is an individual that came with a lot of Venusian or lunar energy into this reality, very attached to their mother figure, very pure, very sensitive, very sweet, but it's like life is hardening them up and it's making them crave material things, get into competitions, into arguments, into being the best, into kind of extracting things from other people. Maybe it's even kind of pushing them in the direction of deceit and lies and illusions. And ultimately, the goal of the devil is to gain control over people's resources, over their thoughts, and over their bodies. So there is a feeling here that if only this person would spend more time not doing so much, letting go of work a little bit and just focusing on their inner selves, then this individual will find these gorgeous resources that will get them to be a bit more self-accepting, not so tough on themselves or on other people. Let's see what can reconcile these beautiful energies. Authenticity, so not pretending to be somebody who they're not. Their authentic self is actually really sweet, and maybe this is why you fell in love with them, because you're able to see this person at a soul level, and their soul is very beautiful, as you can see here, very natural, very calm, very pure, very still. But the image that they project seems to be this image of I'm rough and tough and the best businessman. I'm hearing kind of like, yeah, I'm an asshole, but that's what people love. That kind of energy, you know, it's kind of like, you want me to treat you badly, don't you, you know? So it's kind of like that kind of power games that this individual thinks stimulates sexual desire and envy, and like kind of puts them ahead of the rat race, you know? But actually, all of these things are such skewed spiritual values. They have nothing to do with the experience of actually being a person that is attuned to the natural rhythms of life, because it's about attaching yourself to material things. And in the end, this is not what's going to lead your soul towards a sense of deep inner peace, harmony, and in certain cases, salvation, if this is what an individual might be looking towards. So I see here very beautifully that this person might have had very sweet parents, quite sensitive, quite indulging parents that might have actually idealized the child. So the child, as a consequence, grew up to be quite spoiled, right? Quite, I do whatever I want, you know, I don't care. And the mother and the father might have faded in the background. And this person has introjected inside of themselves, in their spirit, a very calm, still, but also kind of subservient female energy, and a beautiful and yet kind of detached, but also a little bit, you know what I'm getting here? I'm getting that their father or their significant male caregiver either was not present or has some low-key mental health problems, maybe some undiagnosed delusions. There is something here about the father being a little bit out there, you know. In the good case, this could have been a father that is academically prone, a father that is really out there with theories, with interests. This could be a person that believes in a lot of things that other people don't believe in. But the child almost like grew up in complete opposition to that and might actually make quite a lot of fun of the parents. Authenticity here tells me that if this person could actually tune into this energy of, I am who I am, I don't need to show the world this different image that I think will be socially successful and pleasing. If they actually take down this warrior mask, this warrior energy, you would find that this is an individual that can be quite calm, quite sweet. This person could also struggle a little bit with depression. That's what I'm hearing as well. Okay, and now the final part of this reading is what are their fears and their self-sabotaging patterns? Well, we already have seen here that this individual self-sabotages by wanting control and absolute dominance over other people, and by putting this very materialistic image across, when in reality they're actually quite sweet. But let's see what else comes up. Oh, parasite. Oh my God. Here is how the oracle cards are calling this person out. This person is actually codependent. They cannot live outside of the external validation of other people, and they attach a lot of their self-worth to what other people think of them. So when this person is not receiving compliments, when nobody agrees with them, when nobody does what they say, this person doesn't have an identity, doesn't know who they are. It's like they get very lost or depressed, or they might engage in self-soothing practices, right? Which, you know, we all do to a certain extent. We all kind of need to engage in these self-soothing practices, especially when times are very hard. But I feel like this individual, sadly, is kind of like needing people to constantly validate their self-esteem. Right? A parasite is infecting a specific host, somebody that is more powerful, somebody that can give them this ground, this base that they can just like continue to suck and suck and suck dry until in the end there is no more life in the host, and the parasite then just walks away and finds another host. So this is a lot about using other people for their own benefit. Again, word of caution with this individual, okay? I'm not here to scare you. We should never feed our fears, because then they tend to grow into shadow aspects of ourselves. But becoming aware of the fact that you could be at the moment entertaining a connection or trying to manifest somebody that might not be good for you is helping you course correct. That is simply the only thing that I feel can come out in a very positive way out of this. It's like, oh, okay, I'm manifesting somebody that might come from some skewed values. Okay, let's change the course then. Let's introduce something different. And also, it could be that by getting these messages, it's contributing to your own inner awareness and shadow work as well. So we have here the two final cards, Dubium, doubt, and we also have stripping illusions. I do need to tell you that it's uncomfortable for me to deliver these messages as well, but these are the cards, yeah? So I'm doing my best to try to stay the course, even though whenever I see such dark energies, I do feel the need to kind of throw the towel in and wrap up the reading. But it's important, and some of you really need to hear this. This is why the cards are here. I trust the whole process that I'm engaged in. And I truly think that you guys need to hear this, okay? Sometimes we just need a little bit of a wake-up call or a cold shower, because it does us good. It does us good for our skin. It wakes us up, and it kind of jolts us into the awareness that, hey, I've been doing something that might not be so good for me. In this case, manifesting this individual or entertaining the affection, the attention of an individual that can be low-key predatory, okay? Keep that in mind. So doubt, this person might actually constantly be plagued by doubts. Am I good enough? Am I pretty enough? Am I competent enough? Am I rich enough? You know, so this comes from a feeling of a deep uncertainty regarding who they are. And it also comes from a deep anxiety regarding I'm not worthy or I'm not good enough. And that's why these energies, this behavior, this devil-like energy, it's like, if I don't know who I am, I need to attach myself to somebody stronger who knows who I am, so I can take from their light and energy. If I don't know who I am, I'm going to hide that. I'm going to show the world whatever they want to see, and maybe I can make friends, maybe I can get money, maybe people are going to applaud me and give me awards. If I'm telling people that I'm full of doubt, I'm going to lose all of these things, you know. This is a don't show any fear, don't show any vulnerability kind of mindset. And stripping illusions talks about the fact that maybe this person came into your reality, or you're trying to manifest them because you have the innate capacity of also jolting them into awareness. You could be this person's judgment card in the tarot, strong spiritual awakening. You could be a challenger, right? You could be a karmic teacher in relation to this individual. So don't underestimate the power that you also have in this person's life. It's not only about them having power over you. But I do see very clearly here that you need to be careful in this connection, that if you're trying to manifest this individual, this is a very a deeply anxious person, a person that constantly doubts themselves, tells you that they are somebody who they are not really. You see here the masks twice, right? The devil is taking the mask, and we see here as well this warrior mask. And this is an individual that could actually might create this image that they're very hot and mysterious and they're complicated, you know, they come in and out of your life only to suck you dry of your energy. So please be very careful. Indeed, this individual has the potential to truly be quite pure and calm and beautiful and still. But I think that at the moment, the way they live their life is being caught up in a lot of these illusions, and they need time and a lot of healing in order to reach a deeper state of spiritual development and come into their true awakening. Now, it's up to you whether you decide to be this challenger, to be the spiritual catalyst in their life. You can choose to do that as well, or you can choose to walk away. You can choose to manifest somebody else and spend your attention with, you know, another partner. It's all up to you, boo. You have the power, and that's why I'm here to give you this message. Make sure to please like this video. Make sure to dislike it as well if you haven't enjoyed the message. It was a pretty difficult message, but I honored the cards, as you guys know. Also, make sure to subscribe. If you hear something in the background, it's just my cat Luna eating carton. She has been doing this lately. I don't know why. She's just like in a munching mood. Could be some teeth things. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. And if this is where we part ways, then I really hope I'll be able to see you in my next one. Bye, group 3. Hey, group 4. Hello, my loves. I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to a special in-depth reading on the topic of your person's intimate inner world. I explained in the introduction how this reading works and why I'm creating it. So please make sure to go and listen to that. I don't want to waste too much time, especially since this is quite a lengthy reading. This is for those of you that were drawn to this protective obsidian stone. Obsidian is created at the point when lava meets water, so it is a stone that combines both the energy of fire and water, and it is a stone that, as you can see, has this gorgeous whitish sheen on it, even though it is pitch black. So it contains dualities. It is a contradictory stone that balances energies, and thereby, if you're being under some sort of spiritual attack, or if you have some curses or spells being placed upon you, having obsidian next to your bedside table, wearing it on your body, is deeply protective, and it helps you to basically counteract any negative energies with this beautiful sheer force of spiritual protection. Okay, so this person that you're thinking of could be a spiritual protector. This can be a person that is like a dharmic counterpart. So contrary to a karmic counterpart, which can bring a lot of pain and responsibility in your life in order to teach you valuable lessons, a dharmic counterpart is somebody that can push you towards the direction of your destiny. It's somebody that gives you a sense of freedom, expansion, and growth. So let's see right now. First, I'm going to look at the major arcana energy of the person on your mind, or the person you're trying to manifest. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have justice. Yeah, talk about making things fair and square, setting things to right. This is an individual that could work in the legal system. We have here Libra energy, a very fair-minded, a very balanced, a very beautiful person. I'm getting the energy of somebody that is beautiful from within, from inside, and also beautiful without. So there's yeah, a very polite, elegant, well-mannered person that likes to obey laws, might like to create them as well. This is an individual that is non-partisan, tries to be as emotionally detached and objective as possible in order to make the most appropriate decisions. This is an individual that enjoys education, a very wonderful conversationalist, a writer, reader, teacher, a person that could be a wonderful professor as well, or a researcher or lab partner, an individual that could work in the beauty industry, somebody that is artistically minded as well, a poet, in some cases a philosopher or a legislator. So this talks about a person that creates beautiful ideas, beautiful thoughts, because they have such a beautiful mind. But they could also be physically beautiful, so they could dress very well, or there is something that makes them stand out, the way they accessorize, the way they wear makeup, or the way they balance colors. There is a feeling of harmony, symmetry, and just having not too much of something, but also not too little, just being on an even keel. So I can see that this person's path in this lifetime is towards bringing the light of their awareness into their reality, is to beautify their environment, to I think that this person could also get on quite a litigious path, so they could sue certain individuals in order to get the justice that they deserve. This is an individual that could have a North Node in Libra, or a person that could have North Node conjunct Venus. There is an energy here of a person that is increasingly going to have to deal with a lot of people, especially with women. This person might need to patiently develop their relational skills and their conversation skills as well. So they might need to talk to a lot of women. They might need to come in contact with a lot of clients that could be potentially women. There's just this energy of needing to balance both their masculinity with their femininity. You see it very clearly here. Okay, so let's see right now. This has been their destined path energy. What is their surface level energy? The energy that might have actually attracted towards them, or the energy that will attract you towards them when you meet them. So let's see, we have nourishment. So this person really enjoys eating. They also look like a person that likes to eat. They might be good at cooking. They might ask you out on a date where you guys will share a meal for a lunch or a dinner date. This person could be good at baking. They might be giving you some cookies from a small batch of cookies that they created. They might be friends with people that are foodies, so they can take you to really nice places that you might not have visited before. Artisan bread makers, their really favorite fruit stall at the market. There is a feeling that this person is, yeah, it's just very sweet, very homely. That's kind of I'm getting. This person could enjoy organic foods. They might really be into the newest diet or newest trend that they're picking up on in terms of nourishment. They might be taking their vitamins. They could be into well-being. They could accompany you to a yoga class. It's just all around a very wholesome, very sweet, very careful and aware kind of energy. Let's see. We also have here music, joy. So you could actually go out and have a lot of fun with this individual. You could go dancing, you could go to a music festival, you could go to Broadway, maybe to a show, to the opera. I think that this is a friend, or this connection to this person could begin as a friendship in which you guys share a lot of mutual interests, and then it could develop into a romantic connection. Or it can be something that already has developed when initially you guys shared a lot of things in common. I see that you both are into artistry. You both could have some Venus placements, some interesting Venus placements. You could have Venus in the same sign, Venus in an air sign. You could have a moon in an air sign. There's just something that binds you two together in a very beautiful, harmonious way. You could even have a really gorgeous synastry, such as your moon conjunct the other person's Jupiter, or Venus conjunct the other person's moon. Some of these energies that are kind of blended in a beautiful way, and that show that yeah, we also see it here with the Justice card, right? It's kind of like you have a point and the other person has a point. So let's say your moon is in Aries and this person's Venus is in Aries, which means that the things that they enjoy, the beauty, pleasurable things that they enjoy make you very happy, because the moon is about emotions. Yeah, so I see it clearly here that this person nourishes you on an emotional level. This person could actually be a musician. Yeah, their music, their dancing, the way in which they express their personality really feeds you emotionally, makes you feel like, yay, I want to party, I want to celebrate life, you know, I want to feel good. And yeah, look, creativity, wow, wow, wow. So creativity, music, joy, nourishment. This feels like this individual, I'm 100% behind what I intuitively felt at the beginning of this reading. This person is a dharmic individual, somebody meant to help you grow, to expand. So it's like they're a blessing in your life. Such a different energy than group 3. So we have here a beautiful partnership, a meeting of the minds, kindred spirits, two people that come together first because they are brought into contact by maybe some things that you guys enjoy. Maybe you're both part of the same fan group, you know, or maybe you're really interested in a niche subject that not that many people know about, and you're both excited about it. And then you start talking, you start meeting up, you start working on a specific creative project, and this is how the romantic connection is formed, or has been formed in the case in which you already are thinking of this person. So really, really sweet. Yeah, I was picking up on a very beautiful energy as I was shuffling the cards for group 4, but I didn't want to jinx it. Now, let's look at your person's unconscious desires and worries. So we're going to explore their unconscious landscape, some things that they might not even be aware of. Whoa, the vow. Okay, so something you might not know about this individual, they might have taken a vow of commitment, a vow of celibacy. They might have sworn, and maybe this is something they don't remember. This could have been a vow that they created even before they incarnated. Maybe something related to, I'm going to be single all my life and I will dedicate my life to the pursuit of spiritual things, or I am going to meet my soulmate in this reality. I'm getting a kind of like a split energy here. So for some of you, you are unfortunately together with somebody that has made a vow of celibacy. And for others of you, this is a vow of soulmate commitment. I am going to be together with my soulmate in this lifetime. And that soulmate could very well be you. You see the dove, this has been blessed by the Holy Spirit, this vow that this person has made. And I don't know if they are actually aware of the fact that they are operating and living under the influence of a vow. So a person that can also dream about commitments, can dream about philosophical debates, an individual that fantasizes about putting a ring on it. You see, we have the diamond ring over here. The vow of marriage, right? This is another vow that this person could have made. It's all circumstantial depending on the specific situation of the relationship that you have with this person. But I see a variety of different circumstances here. A vow mostly connected to being together with the person that they are meant to be with. Because we do see here two people holding hands. Yeah, so I think most likely this is about, I vow to meet my soulmate in this lifetime, and this person fantasizes about these commitments. Maybe this person is ashamed to tell you, especially if they're a guy, that they actually like the idea of marriage, that they fantasize about the day of their wedding, that they might like to plan it, that they envisioned it, you know, and they kind of have this romantic idea as to how they want it to look like, which is super playful and super cool. And I hope that this person can be able to talk to you about this secret fantasy that they have of wanting to get married. Now, whoa, prosperity lies ahead, and we have here a new moon in Taurus. So this is a new moon, not a full moon. This is a person that likes to start a lot of things, that has these entrepreneurial ideas. It's like, oh, maybe we can we can create a business out of this thing, or maybe we can design this app, or maybe we can have another stream of income, or maybe if I do this and I trade that and I talk to this person, I'm going to bring together a new business plan, and this will increase the wealth of our family. So this is a very entrepreneurial person. They have a mind for finding knacks, for seeking value in the things around them. I'm sure that this is a person that might have constantly asked as they were growing up, who does this belong to and how much is this worth? Can I have it? Can I exchange it? What do I get in return? Let me strike a deal with you. So this is a very good negotiator. Yeah, this is a person that might work with money, might help other people make more money. This is a person that really understands the value of objects. Could be a jeweler. Yeah, a jeweler, somebody that works with, I can never pronounce that word because it has such a weird R, very different than my native R. So a jeweler. So ridiculous. Yeah, a person that works with jewels, okay? A person that might work with objects that are very highly valued, like for example at an auction market or an auction house. Yeah, this can be an individual that is really into like, yeah, very, very strong energy. An individual that is very excited, can be a little bit greedy. Yeah, this can be a person that is quite stubborn, that can hold on to things that belong to them and to them only. But this is ultimately an individual that I think needs to take a breath right now, because I feel like I'm speeding through this reading. There is a feeling here that this person can help you implement the benefits of slowing down in your life. If you are not the kind of person that likes to slow down and smell the roses, this is an individual that will help you achieve exactly that. With the new moon in Taurus, I feel like, and also Taurus is a very fertile sign, this can be the father of your children, the mother of your children. So definitely the person that you will end up with. We have here Taurus next to the vow. So this is a very stubborn, determined individual that is going to want to put a ring on it. It's going to want to make babies, create a lot of wealth, create a lot of things in their life. Especially if you see, this is quite a sexual symbol. I'm just noticing that now. The pen inside the light bulb. Yeah, so this is about creation, right? Fertility, richness, abundance, and also ecstasy, right? The ecstatic music that two bodies can create as they rub up upon each other. Okay, we also have here, so part of this rich inner landscape of unspoken unconscious fantasies, we have here focus. So this person wishes that they would be more focused. This person fantasizes about having their eyes on the prize and never missing out on opportunities. We have here, for enlightenment, stay in the moment, chop wood, carry water, avoid distractions, meditate, bring unresolved issues into view. So this is an individual that I feel really needs to focus on the things that they have in their life. There is so much emerald energy, so much green. You see green eyes, which are some of the rarest eye color in the world. We have here as well this green energy of the earth, of the landscape, a Gaia energy. So prosperity, fertility. I feel that this person dreams of having a lot, having plenty. They might have been born poor and they really worked their way up the social ladder in order to have all of the pleasures in their life that they always wanted to have. And this is why they are able to afford, for example, a diamond ring for you in order to seal the deal. This is an individual that wants to have more and more as they progress through life. They could take losses very personally. They don't like to see things being depleted, stolen, or broken, or not working out. So this is an individual that fantasizes a lot about being outdoors in nature, the prosperity that the natural world can bring, you know, like for example, when you see a harvest, right? When you collect the fruits of a harvest and you see, oh my God, you know, the earth is so bountiful and so generous, and look at all the pumpkins and cranberries and wheat that we can extract from the earth, and crystals that we can extract from the earth, right? How wonderfully generous Gaia is, and how beautiful it is that we live here on the earth as its children. So this person has very natural but also quite greedy dreams, has desires that are related to creature comforts and material pleasures. This person could also dream of money raining down from the heavens, like a lot of gold coins, but also a lot of artistic environments. They could dream about being at a wedding, at a christening, having a party where there's a lot of food and where people give gifts of money to the newlyweds, and there's just a lot of good cheer and politeness, and people just enjoying themselves and falling in love and cracking jokes, and children with parents and, you know, grandparents being around there. Yeah, this person has such homely, wholesome fantasies, to be honest. It's not something incredibly original, but it's also something that is quite nourishing for the soul. So now let's see, what is this person's feminine side, and what is their masculine side, and what can they do to heal or bind this energy? So this is the third layer of their personality. We have here She Who Aches, Perpetua. Sadness, solitude, silent, and withdraw. Okay, so I'm really getting that this person might have grown up with a mother that was suffering from some sort of depression, a mother that might have had some diagnosed or undiagnosed mental health disorder that was kept as a family secret. And I feel that your person grew up internalizing this energy and kind of feeling like you need to really take care of women. You need to be there for women because they cannot be there for themselves. So this person could fall for women that are very vulnerable, women that need help. There can be a real knight in shining armor narrative. This person has a soft spot for women that are convalescent, women that are somehow recuperating from something. So I feel that this person could actually enjoy the idea of a woman that is slightly like a victim of life circumstances, and then they can just swoop in and help her out, you know. Interesting. It's a bit deranged, but also interesting. Like, I feel that this person could be too intimidated by a person that is too powerful. Like, a powerful woman could put them off, but a woman who is vulnerable and kind of sweet and a bit ditzy, if not actually sick or suffering from something that they need constant care for, that kind of an individual would really would really help your person. I also feel that their feminine self, if we're looking at this image that is integrated within themselves, is a little bit silent. They're not really in touch with their feminine side. They tend to project it onto their partners, and that's why they might need to take care of a partner that is silent and reclusive and a little bit sick, or some sort of they might be suffering from something, you know. Let's see their masculine side. Oh, nice. Thoth, wisdom, the original scribe to the ancient Egyptians. So a very intelligent masculine energy, very controlled, very rational, very pragmatic. Thoth was also not only prescribing the hymns to the gods and the rituals of burying the dead, but it was also about transcribing symbols, and symbols were the patterns that were used in the development of numbers as well. So I'm getting kind of like the energy of a person that is could like to express their feelings into words, might need to write them down in order to make sense of them. This is a person that doesn't have a very virile energy. This is a person that has a rational masculinist energy. So they tend to dominate other people through their intelligence, through their savoir-faire, through their skills, through the way in which they speak. This can be a person that has authored a couple of books, might have publicly spoken, is influential in the way in which they present themselves, in the way in which they sell products, in the way in which they lead a group with the words that they say, can also be quite politically minded. So I feel that this person might have grown up with such a father that was intelligent but emotionally detached. And I don't know why group 4, but let me just take a sip of my coffee. I feel like I'm running a mile a minute in your reading. Maybe because you don't have that much time and you're trying to get me to kind of speed through it, but I am picking up on somebody that needs to take a breather. So coming back to this, as I see here, this person has these energies both inside of themselves. So this is the feminine energy, an aching, victimizing kind of energy that exists within your person, and a very wise, a very kind of spiritual masculine energy, one that dominates through their intelligence, their interlocutors. But this is also the energy that I feel this person has around them. They might be attracted to people that are a little bit wounded, a little bit aching. So that could be you if you're here. And they could also project this energy of, I'm a very wise, intelligent individual that has a lot of fascinating interests. And this person, for example, we started off by looking at how creative, nourishing, and cultivated they are. And maybe this person owns a lot of books. And as I said, they could be a great professor, they could be a good teacher, legislator, a politician. So I see that there's masculine energy is very strongly taking control in their life, while their feminine energy is a little bit wounded and needs some soothing, some taking care of. And by consequence, this person could actually want to take care of women who are slightly wounded. What can bring these two energies together and bind them? We have here the mountains. And it's kind of strange because I see here a lot of pencils. I see a pencil here. So we could be actually talking here about a writer, a person who writes for a living. And a lot of people write for a living in the age of information, whether they do it to create books or reports or to create scripts for their YouTube clips. A lot of people... Sorry about this, I needed to expel air. A lot of people need to write for a living. So I'm getting a sense that in order for this person to reconcile their masculine with their feminine energy, they need to write. They might need to get a diary and write about what they think femininity is, what they think masculinity is, experiences in their life when they were competitive, and experiences when they had to kind of let go and go within. What they associate the moon with, what they associate the sun with. That's basically doing some sort of masculine and feminine rebinding work. Also just rubbing your hands, you know, like thinking that the right hand is the masculine side and the left hand is the feminine side, and just rubbing them is also kind of transmitting this energy to the brain that you're reconciling halves that could be seen as contradictory. So I hope that makes sense. This person needs to have a more stable view of how the masculine enhances the feminine and how the feminine can enhance the masculine as well. Because at the moment, I feel that this person sees the masculine as being the voice of reason and the feminine as being this kind of victim of circumstances in society. So they need to kind of work at changing such beliefs by writing about them, by overcoming a very limited, traditionalistic kind of mindset regarding gender differences. Now, the final part of the reading we have reached here. So let's find out, what are these persons' self-sabotaging patterns and what are their fears as well? So we see here fragmentation. There we go. And this gives us a deeper clue as to why their feminine energy is so detached from the masculine energy. Well, this is because this person has some very deeply ingrained thought patterns. They might have been brought up in a highly traditionalistic family where the father was working and the mother wasn't. The mother was very silent and reclusive, and the father was very active and sociable. And this person grew up with an understanding that men are reason, women are emotions and the body. Men are more dominant of women because they are the voice of reason. They are the brains of society, while women are just the pretty bodies, the emotional messes that need to be controlled by the men. This is a deeply paternalistic, highly patriarchal and sexist, discriminatory way of looking at things. But unfortunately, even though it's 2022, a lot of women and men still hold these beliefs in society. So they inadvertently pass them down to children, and it's kind of a pattern that is pretty hard to break if you kept repeating it in your life. I'm really happy that the glare disappeared because it was giving me a sense of anxiety. I'm not sure what, there's a lot of flutter, changes, movements, small annoyances with you, group 4. I'm not sure what's happening here. I think that you're a bit overwhelmed, or you're listening to this reading while there's a lot of clamor around you, or you might be on a treadmill. Anyway, coming back to the energy of the reading. So yeah, fragmentation, a separation from their mind from their body. Yeah, this person could be intellectually very well developed, but physically they might have lagged behind. You know, maybe they don't exercise their body or take care of their body, or they don't like to think about their body, you know. They might mistreat their body, or vice versa. They put too much focus on their body and too little on their mind. So there's this fragmentation. They need to reconcile the two, the mind with the body, the emotions with the intellect, and to, in this way, also heal the understanding of what it means to be male and female in society. Now, we also have here strategy, militarium. Yeah, strategy. So this person is incredibly cool, calculated, rational, and they, in spite of the fact that they love food, they love music, we started off on such a high with them, this is an individual that can also turn away and emotionally detach from a situation that becomes, for example, when you cry in front of them, they could just like blank out. It's like, I cannot deal with you. Why are you crying? I cannot handle emotions. And then they might just walk away from the room, thereby leaving you feeling a little bit insulted and unsupported. So this person really needs to step into acknowledging their feelings, acknowledging their mind, their thought patterns. And also, I do need to say, this person could also be the kind of person that marries for benefits, not necessarily for love. With strategy, it's kind of like, if a situation doesn't bring them benefits, they're not going to jump and do it just because it feels right. They need to think whether indeed they will get the results that they have thought that they will get. So this person is deeply, deeply rational and not necessarily in the best possible way. Their reason can sometimes block them from truly following their heart and from truly investing in connections and in situations that can be just feel good and gratuitous. You know, you don't always need to put your energy into something that always gives you money and straight results. You can also just do things for the fun of it, for the sake of it, and go with the flow. Yeah. Final card that I have here. Yeah, the new day. And you see here the separation between night and day. So this person needs to reconcile a lot of contradictory things. We saw it at the beginning with justice, right? There could be a Gemini energy here. There could be some Mercury energy here. They need to reconcile maybe a sad mood with a happy mood, their intellect with their emotions, their brain with their body, their masculinity with their femininity, their need for nourishment and desire and pleasure in life with their need for strategy and discipline and truly making a plan for everything that they want to achieve. And especially, I think they need to understand that sometimes, you know, you can get married just for love, just because you have a partner that you want to hang around with. It feels good to be around them. There's no need to actually rationally explain why. But this individual could actually fall into a bit of their shadow self, which is a lot about, I only marry if this person makes me look good or brings me a lot of money or stability, you know, so it's kind of that traditional arranged marriage kind of energy. Yeah, well, I do think that you bring the energy of a new day in this individual's life. You see here the sun rising. So something beautiful is growing in this connection. And I think this is also this person's different way of seeing themselves and seeing love, reality, and the way in which they combine pleasure with discipline. So this is the reading that I had for you. Wow, I hope you made it until the end because I felt this rushed energy. If you have, thank you so much. Make sure to like this video. Also dislike it if you haven't enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and include yourself in my family. Come on, do it now. Do it now. Don't forget about it. I really hope that you continue on your merry day. I'm a little bit tired. Sorry about this. I needed to catch my breath as well. Continue well on your merry day. And I really hope to see you in my next Pick a Card reading. Sending you lots of light, group 4. Bye.